everybody, it's JimJ 1911. I'm so excited because we are unveiling something new. We have in this box something exciting. As you can see, it is from Springfield Armory. Got any guesses as to what it is? So we have the new Springfield Armory Prodigy. This is Springfield Armory's 1911. Looks very much like a 2011, but we'll get into that a little bit later, why this is a 1911. It is a double stack, so it's super cool. Very new gun that they just announced they have released today. So we are on the ball with this one. We're gonna shoot it and we're gonna see exactly how Springfield Armory's 1911 double stack performs. Okay, so here we are. I've got two magazines. Now, they have included these two magazines in the original package. One magazine is a 17+1, and the other magazine is a 20+1. Now, I don't have these mags fully loaded right now. I'm not going to bore you with watching me shoot magazine full after magazine full, but we're going to see exactly what happens. So right now I'm going to shoot, let's see, we've got 124 grain ammo that we're going to be firing out of it first, just to see how it likes it. And here we go. All right, so let's see. Initial thoughts. I like it. I love the sights on this. It's got the green fiber optic on the front, so I really, really like that. When I first felt the trigger, when I first got this afternoon, I wasn't sure about the trigger. I don't mind the trigger. It's pretty nice. Considering the price tag, so the MSRP on this without optics or light is $14.99. I'd say that's a pretty fair price. So I really like it. It's actually really smooth to shoot. I think it likes the ammo I'm shooting. I did shoot personally a little low and to the left, but I like it so far. So let's fire a few more rounds and see what happens. All right, we are ready. I've got my magazine loaded. We're going to put some more rounds through it. All right, we are trying some different rounds through this just to see what happens. And so, you know, once we're at the reloading bench, we'll talk about that too. But I have a different 124 grain bullet now that we're going to be using. So let's see what happens. empty. Funny how that happens. Okay, I actually really like that ammo. I liked using that one. So, it's a little fireball when I was firing with that one. So, all right, well, let's keep going. Oh, guess we're empty. Darn it. Okay. Well, this is a really fun gun to shoot, and we have put quite a few rounds through our target, and you know what? I think it's time to head back to the reloading bench, and I'm going to give you some specs and give you some thoughts, give you a little bit closer look at this 1911 double stack. So make sure you stick around for that. Okay, we are back from the range. We got to go out to Gateway Gun Club tonight and shoot this new Prodigy from Springfield Armory. It is their 1911 double stack. And as you can see, I'm empty. So let's get to it. First of all, let me give you a little bit of the specs on this, okay? So this is the first of the new 1911 DS or double stack line of pistols from Springfield Armory. A lot of you may be thinking, hey, why isn't it a 2011? I asked that same question tonight when I went and I bought this gun. And yes, I did buy this gun, just so you know. Bought it with my own money. So this is not a paid advertisement from Springfield Armory. Just so you're aware, this is going to be an honest to goodness, my thoughts review for you guys. So back to it. I asked, why isn't it a 2011? Because sure looks like a 2011 to me. Apparently 2011 is copyrighted. And so this is a 1911 double stack. So now you know. This comes in a 5-inch and a 4 1/4 inch. So what we have here is the 4 1/4 inch. Okay. I like that size. I felt like I didn't want to go as big as a 5-inch, so I went with the 4 1/4, and I'm really, really happy I did. So let's talk a little bit about the physicality of this gun. First of all, it comes optics ready. So what they have included in this kit is they actually have, I think this is so super cool. Other than the 2 magazines and the pouch that they give you, I'm going to set this gun down for a second. They also give you the optics plate, okay? So you can take this cover off right here on the back of your slide. And when you take that cover off, it also removes this rear sight, okay? You've got your front fiber optic sight, which is in green, and you all know that I prefer the green, so I was really happy about that. And it has the U-notch sight on the rear, okay? So once you have taken that off, it's also going to remove your U-notch rear sight. But what Springfield Armory did was in the package, they included this plate, okay? This is your optics plate, but what's really awesome is they have a new U-notch rear sight on this plate so that you can use that to co-witness with your red dot or your optic that you put on this gun. So I thought that was really cool. And they also have other plates available for this that you can get through Springfield Armory. This one specifically, this plate is specifically an Agency Arms optic system, okay? So that's what you would use with that plate. All right, so this gun has an ambi safety. So it's really nice because you can use it left-handed or right-handed. You can use that safety. I always love that feature, even though I'm right-handed. I have a lot of left-handed friends, so I'm happy for them that they can use this too. Another thing that it has is this Picatinny rail. Okay, so you can add a light to this, make it super cool. It also has a polymer grip. Okay, and some people don't care for polymer grips, but here's what's really cool about this to me. Okay, this polymer grip is a module. It's a polymer grip module that is mounted to the forged steel receiver. Okay, and in Jenny J 1911's opinion, this is the best of both worlds because this grip texture is actually patterned after the Hellcat series from Springfield Armory. So it's got that wraparound adaptive grip texture that is one of the things I really love about my Hellcat Pro. Okay, that coupled with the 1911 platform makes Jenny J 1911 a very happy girl. So I was super excited when I first felt this. I saw pictures of this gun and I thought, man, those grips don't seem very aggressive, but they really are. They're super grippy. It's kind of feels like sandpaper, but not in an uncomfortable way. So when I was shooting this tonight at Gateway, it was so nice to shoot because I never felt like there was any slippage or movement in my hand as I shot. And so that was really cool. Now, speaking of the forged steel receiver, it also has a forged steel slide. Okay, it's got a lot of nice weight to it, which I really also love. I love a heavier gun. I've always been a big fan of the heavier guns. So the fact that this has that is really awesome. It also has a Cerakote finish. So it's a really beautifully finished gun. It's got a beautiful color to it. And I just love the look to it. It's just very, very, I feel like very classy looking. It also has a match grade bushingless forged stainless steel bull barrel. Okay, so I'm a fan of bull barrels too, and that helps give this a lot of weight. It's just a very sturdy feeling gun. The magazines, let's talk about that for a couple of minutes. I did mention this at the range, but the magazines that they include the 17+1 mag. They also have the 20+1 mag, okay? And one thing that I noticed that I thought was kind of odd about this, if you look at the bottom of the 17+1 mag, it says 1911 Springfield Armory. If you look at the bottom of the 20+1 mag, it says 2011 Springfield Armory. So I just thought that was interesting that it has two different things on the bottom of the magazines. But one other thing about the magazines, there is another option, a third option for your magazine. If you want to have a higher magazine capacity, there is an option for a 26 round magazine that you can get from Springfield Armory. So they want to make sure that you are carrying however much ammo you want to carry in these magazines. The trigger pull. So when I went to the gun shop tonight to pick this up, the first thing I did was I racked the slide and I was like, ooh, I really, really love that slide. And then I tried the trigger. The trigger is very nice to look at. It's skeletonized. It's got a really nice look to it. It's got the 3 round holes in there. It's got the square trigger guard. But when I tried the trigger, I thought, I'm not so sure about the trigger. And so I kind of was ready for when I shot it at the range. I thought, yeah, I'm probably really not going to like this trigger much. I am happy to report that from the very first shot that I fired from this gun, I liked the trigger. The trigger surprised me. It's actually a pretty decent trigger. Is it one of your high dollar gun triggers? No, but it's a really nice trigger and a lot better than I expected it to be. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. And honestly, as I was firing this gun, I never once even gave the trigger a thought. It was very easy and comfortable to shoot. It's got a short reset. It's very crisp. And we measured the trigger pull when we got home, and we made guesses. I was guessing maybe it was about 6 pounds for the trigger pull. Pleasantly surprised that the trigger pull was 4 pounds 8 ounces, and that was with an 8 pull average. So yeah, so I was like, okay, that's really pretty good. So it is really, I would say, probably one of the best Springfield Armory guns that I've gotten to shoot. Now, you know I love my Hellcat Pro. Didn't really care so much for the Hellcat, but I do really like this gun. And I am super excited because, you know, we just did a short preliminary shoot tonight just to kind of get a feel for it and see what it was going to be like. Well, we really both loved it. My husband shot it, I shot it, our friend Les shot it, and we all really liked it. So it's a good gun. And, you know, I would say we put maybe 100 rounds through it tonight. Obviously, we'd like to be able to go out. We want to take it outside this weekend, shoot it outside and see how it does, because I feel like, you know, we'll get a really good picture of the performance of this. And I've also heard that, you know, Springfield Armory guns, it usually takes about a 200 round break-in at least to get a good idea of how they run. So, you know, I want to be able to put more through this and give you guys an updated video. This was really just an abbreviated video, just kind of an introduction to this firearm. I will say we shot several different loads through this, a couple of different brands of ammo. We shot our own reloads through it. Everything ran through it, and we didn't have any functionality issues. So, you know, we were pleasantly surprised by that too. The MSRP on this is $14.99, and that is without the optics or the light, okay? If you decide to get the optics and the light, or I guess actually it's just with the red dot, you're gonna pay $16.99 for this. That is the MSRP for getting the Hex Dragonfly red dot, which is would come installed on that already. So I know many of you have not shot this yet, so you can't really give me your opinion on what you think of it, but hopefully you guys are able to get out there, give one of these a try. You know, I know that dealers around are getting them in, and you know, you just have to be patient and look for them. I know I've already seen some of them listed on Gunbroker for pretty hefty sums. So if you can get your hands on one, give it a try. It's a really, really fun gun to shoot. I think that it is worth the MSRP. So make sure that you tune in, keep your eye out, because we've got a couple different video ideas we want to do with this. First of all, we're going to take it outside, do an outside video. We want to do a 500 round update video on this. And we also have a couple of comparison videos we'd like to do with this. So, but I'm not going to tell you what we're going to be comparing this to. You're going to have to tune in and find out. So make sure you hit like and subscribe on this video, on this channel, share it with your friends, and I look forward to talking to you all again soon.